Hey everybody, it's Brad.
And I'm Christa.
With the Big Family Homestead, and it's probably 34 degrees, 35 degrees out.
It's possible. What's really strange, though, is I've gotten to the point where now this is cold.
Oh my gosh.
Because it got really warm. I mean,
Yeah.
we've had a couple of 80-degree days. And then the temperature drops back down and, just freezing. So,
Yeah. So, hey, how's it going?
It's fantastic. How are you?
Our anniversary's coming up.
Yep.
12 whole years. No.
He knows how many years it is.
I know.
He does that to be silly and to try and goad me into a reaction.
You gonna tell him?
He's 54 years.
She tries to goad me into a reaction.
No, we've been married for almost 28 years.
Coming up in a couple days.
Yep. Here, no spring chickens anymore.
Good times.
Great oldies.
She completes me. And my sentences. Frost is landing on my window pane.
It's going to become a popsicle if we don't get to our topic pretty soon.
$3 a gallon.
What are we talking about?
Inflation.
No,
Okay.
$3 a gallon. What's $3 a gallon?
Gasoline.
Gasoline?
Gasoline.
Yeah.
Now,
Ridiculous.
you have to adjust for wherever it is that you live on the fruited plain and or elsewhere.
Right.
So if you live in Serbia, I have no idea. Is it rubles? It's not rubles. Is it? I don't know. I don't even know.
I have no idea.
Inflation. Whether you have an R in front of your name, a D in front of your name, an L in front of your name, or anything or nothing. You
Or a
are
Mr. or Mrs.
a potted plant. That's how we're identifying from now on. Potted plants are us. I actually did that to my doctor the other day.
Laughed his hiney off. It's really funny.
Because the nurse was doing the check in the beginning, like, so how do you identify with this or that? And I said, wait, what? Well, we have to ask these questions. And I said, why don't you just mark down that I'm a potted plant? And then 3 hours later, when the doctor saw me, he said, well, it's nice to meet you. I've never talked with a potted plant before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that was awesome.
He actually did that. He's not making that up. He really did that.
Inflation.
Mm-hmm. What are we talking about tonight?
It's coming to a theater near you.
Are we talking about inflation?
Here's the deal. You know, the hows and whys of it, not going to affect people like you and me. The hows and whys. The what can we do with what we are given right now? That's really the topic. We saw today it was $3 a gallon. We went to the grocery store and holy wow.
And this is central Wisconsin, so yeah, trucking.
Adjust for California, adjust for New York,
you gotta adjust for trucking costs because fuel costs,
or where you live.
Or where you live, yeah. So
the question is not how did we get here? Because you know what, to be honest, history is important because we should learn from history. But the right now, slinging mud is not going to get anybody anywhere at all.
No.
At all when it comes to who blah 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 did this, blah 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 did that. And we're very good at being grumpy about what we think too, just like everybody else.
Everybody is entitled to their own opinion.
True.
Yep.
And even we are.
Yes.
Whether some of you don't like it or not.
You know what?
That's okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So
we can't all be the same. Can we?
It'd
we
be
cannot
terrifying.
Be all the
That
same.
would actually be terrifying.
It would be terrifying if everyone was me.
Do you remember that Dr. Seuss book, The Sneetches? There was only 2 versions of them, and that was scary.
Yes.
Starbelly Sneetches. Mm-hmm. Ones that had stars on theirs and ones that didn't.
Right.
Anyway, so what can you do with what the hand is that we've been dealt? $3 a gallon gas. Okay, well, that's a problem because gasoline, you can't store a bunch of gasoline at today's prices because guess what? Gasoline has a shelf life. And while you could get away with a few months of, hey, I got gas here and then I can use it up. Well, yeah, you can hedge against inflation there. But what are things that you might be able to do right now that could help you in the long run in terms of what if this inflation goes longer than a year? Because they always go longer than a year.
Yep.
Buy a chicken.
Oh, you can't just have one. You have to have a few.
Buy a double-barrel chicken.
Yeah, there's that.
Buy a double-barrel chicken. Yeah.
Of course, those who live in the city can't buy chickens.
You would be surprised where you're
no,
allowed to have chickens
In
in
an apartment,
coops.
they can't in apartments.
But
they
a lot of
can't.
apartment complexes have rooftops that you're allowed to find out because, like in New York City, it's a thing. You can keep bees on rooftops.
True. That's true.
Bees.
Right. And you can have rooftop gardens. You know?
That was the next thing.
Yeah. A garden. You can, if you have a patio outside, if you're living in a
tomatoes.
10-story building and you have a patio outside, you can grow stuff in pots.
That's right.
You can.
And
You
not
know?
just the legal stuff, only legal stuff.
You can grow vegetables in pots, is what I guess I should say.
The price of fresh vegetables is going through
going
the
up.
roof. And it's all tied to fuel.
Yes.
And it's all tied to a lot of things. But again, we're not going to sling mud. What we're going to do is say, okay, here's some ideas. Why not go and get some rice and beans right now at today's prices while it's still affordable?
Yeah.
Meat was insanely expensive today at the
And
store.
it was on sale. No. It was ridiculously priced.
If you can afford it, put some in the freezer.
Yep. Yep. You know, you don't have to spend a ton on rice and beans and spices. You can get stuff from the Dollar Tree. You know, a pound of rice is $1. Actually, I think at the Dollar Tree here, they had 2-pound bags of rice for $1. And a pound of beans for $1. So
But be careful at places like that.
Be careful at places like that. But even at the grocery store, I think a pound of beans was $1.40.
Yeah. But sometimes a coupon for the name brand is not nearly as good as getting the generic at regular prices.
Now, time out though. I know lots of you are saying right now, you're typing in your comments, you're saying, I'm on a fixed income, I can't afford these things.
We know how you feel.
We know. We've been there. We've prayed in faith for toilet paper. Trust me. You know, that's
not today, but
not today.
In the past.
In the past, we have been there. So I'm just saying, you know.
May I?
Yes.
Food pantries.
Yes.
In our area, there
them.
are tons of food pantries. Many churches will do a food pantry or contribute to a food pantry, and if they don't themselves, they will be able to point you in the right direction.
Right. A lot of churches are doing food pantries now too.
Some food pantries, they will say it's completely free, or like there's one here in our area that will give you a massive box of groceries for $20.
Yes, that's Ruby's Pantry, and that's in
I think they're in Chicago.
Wisconsin and Minnesota.
I don't know.
I don't know if I know it's in Minnesota, but I don't know where else. But Ruby's Pantry, I mean, there's Minnesota and Wisconsin are big states, and all you have to do is I think it's rubyspantry.org. Check them out. You get two huge boxes of lots of different items for $20.
But if it's not Ruby's Pantry, there are others.
Yep.
And like I said, I'm not kidding about the chickens. I know it sounds like a joke, but your return on investment on chickens, even if it was just the joy of having a chicken, because they're awesome.
Yeah.
Chickens are fun.
Well, time out though. If you live in an apartment, you could raise rabbits.
They don't need to know.
Seriously.
It's a pet.
If your apartment allows pets, you could have rabbits.
And if you put them in the garage where it's not too hot, not too cold, then nobody needs to know.
Yeah. Rabbits are not loud at all. They barely make any noise at all. And their poop is actually great for your garden.
People sell it.
People sell it by the bucket loads.
Literally a bucket load, not a joke. Look on Craigslist.
Yeah. So seriously, I mean, look into that. That's a great source of protein.
Not the poop.
No, no, not the poop. The rabbit.
Mom is advocating for eating moldy rabbit poop.
Blech. No, gross. No. So, freezing.
It is cold.
It's really cold. I can't feel
now
my
the sun is
ears.
going down. Okay, so here's the sum up, people. Food prices are going through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Please think outside the box.
Yeah.
How can you store some up? I'm not going to make this a commercial, but we love our Thrive Life freeze-dried food.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Right.
Enough said.
Yeah.
Check into it if you haven't. There you have it.
Now, and also, if the price of the item may not change, the size of it is.
And the grocery store.
In the grocery store.
Yeah.
The companies are changing the sizes of the packages.
To make you not realize.
Right. Okay, just look at...
Coffee cans today.
Well, the coffee cans, some of them were smaller. Yeah, they've come down in size. Peanut butter jars.
Oh.
If you notice, the bottom of the peanut butter jars is rounded on the inside.
There's a reason for that.
So they give you less product.
It looks the same
For the
height
same amount of money.
on the shelf, but you're getting
Less.
a half cup, quarter
Right.
cup less
They're doing that intentionally.
because they don't want you to wise up.
Right.
The
Right.
prices are the same.
Exactly.
Look around.
Yeah.
Do what you can. We're headed for rough waters, people.
Mm-hmm.
So, honestly, this video is coming from a place of, please do yourself a favor and get proactive.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going to get proactive and get in where it's warm with my lovely bride,
Yes.
whom will be married for 12 years or something.
Something like that.
I don't know.
It's like 54.
57. It's like a life sentence. We joke about this, people.
Don't get upset. It is a joke that we have
It goes
together.
back and forth.
It is. It's a back and forth. We do it to each other
Because it is
all
life.
the time. It is a life,
Not sentence.
not sentence. It is
Privilege.
a life privilege
Blessing.
to live with this man for the rest of my life. I'm very grateful.
she's now I don't know.
I'm not being silly.
Facetious.
I'm not. I'm not.
All right.
I can't feel my nose.
I can't feel anything. We're going inside it. I'm Brad.
I'm Krista.
You guys have an amazing and blessed day.
Good night.